Men and women are not the same. They're not equal. They're opposites, but they're equal in their opposition in that they each occupy half of the universe, So they are equal, but they are exactly opposite. And it's a wonderful, wonderful way to look at how the world progresses, how we move forward, because they learn from each other, masculinity and femininity. And the problem is we don't know what we're supposed to learn. Men look at women and they're just, we're just like, why are you doing that? That's just crazy. We can't figure it out. And then sometimes they do stuff and we're like, whoa. That was miraculous. How did you do that? And in both instances, we're just as dumbfounded and just as impressed, just oppositely. And then we don't know which one we're correct about. We don't know if they're really, the thing that we think is really stupid, or it's fascinating and we don't understand it. Or if the thing that's fascinating is really something that's, not that great, but we just think it's fascinating because we're not used to it. It's so hard to tell. And then the women have the exact same experience on the other side. They think, why do men do such stupid crap? And then sometimes they think, whoa, that was cool. And I don't know as much about the woman's side, but I've seen a little bit of it. And so when we're in a personal relationship with each other, we learn from that's why heterosexual relationships are so different than homosexual relationships. We learn so much from each other if we will open our eyes to each other's differences and then look for the truth, which is going to be neither one of us. Right? You listen to what they say, you look at it, you put in your input, and you try together to find something that works, and it turns out to be half of each of you. And it's really hard to know who's got the piece of the puzzle that goes in where, but if you keep working on it, you eventually find it, and then you build something together, which makes love just so wonderful when you create this progress together that you've done. It's like a child, which is a whole different ball game that I know nothing about because I didn't have children. But this here is how femininity and masculinity work together to create new things, to move us forward. And that is why heterosexual relationships are the top of the intimate relationship, because it has this machine built in it that if you pay attention to it and if you respect each other, you will do miraculous things and have a love that is, will just fill your being with, and there will be pain. There will be intense, intense pain when neither one of you understands the other. And that love that you've created is still there and you want it back. You want that feeling of intense wonder back. But right now you're at loggerheads because they aren't making any sense and you're not making any sense to them. And it's just an alienation from everything that feels good, and it hurts just as bad as you can believe. And then you work it out, you come back together, and you get to work again. It's not, nothing is going to be all happy. It's always going to be bad, but the better you make something, the higher heights you reach, the more pain you're going to have to go through to get there. But there's nothing else here. And when you're feeling the good, you're sure that it's worth it. And when you're feeling the bad, you're not sure if it's worth it at all. But it's beautiful.